My name is Emily Parker, and I never thought my life would fall apart the way it did. At 25, I believed I had everything a woman could want: a loving husband, a cozy apartment, and a small bakery I had built with my own hands. I thought I was happy. I thought we were happy. Jason was tall, charming, and easy to love. I still remember the way he proposed to me on a California beach. He told me I was his dream, his everything. For 3 years, I held onto those words like they were sacred. But slowly, quietly, things began to change. He started coming home late. He said it was work, always work. He stopped looking me in the eyes when we talked. The small things disappeared first: the kiss on my forehead, the warmth in his touch, the feeling that I mattered. I told myself it was stress. Every marriage goes through difficult seasons. But my heart kept whispering something I did not want to hear. One rainy night, Jason walked through the door smelling like perfume that was not mine. His shirt was half unbuttoned, his smile forced. "Sorry, babe. Late meeting," he said, avoiding my eyes. I nodded and said nothing. But inside, something heavy settled in my chest and refused to leave. Weeks passed. He carried his phone everywhere, even to the bathroom. He laughed at messages he never shared with me. He bought new shirts and wore a different cologne. I tried to ignore it, but the feeling grew louder every day. Until one afternoon, while he was in the shower, I picked up his phone. My hands were shaking. I knew it was wrong, but I opened his messages anyway. There it was, a message from a woman named Sabrina. "Last night was amazing, babe. I miss your touch already." My breath stopped. I kept reading. There were photos, words, conversations that broke me open. Words I thought he only said to me. My legs felt weak. I dropped the phone and sat on the edge of the bed, pressing my hand to my chest, trying to remember how to breathe. Tears came without warning, and I whispered into the empty room, "Why, Jason, why?" That evening, I acted normal. I smiled. I cooked dinner. He noticed nothing. That night, when he reached for me in the dark, I let him. His touch felt warm, familiar. Part of me wanted to pretend everything was fine, but lying in the silence afterward, staring at the ceiling, I thought about how a person could share themselves with two different people and feel nothing wrong about it. The next day, I followed him. He said he had a 6 o'clock meeting. I waited for his car to pull away, then took a cab and followed him across the city to a hotel in Brooklyn. I watched him walk inside, smiling like a man with nothing to hide. Minutes later, a woman in a red dress appeared. She kissed his cheek. It was Sabrina. I had seen her face in his phone. They walked in together, and I stood on the pavement, frozen, unable to move or cry or speak. I gave him everything. My love, my trust, my loyalty. And he gave me this. That night, he came home holding flowers. "For you, babe," he said. I took them and smiled and thanked him. And when I closed the bedroom door behind me, I cried into my pillow until my whole body was empty. A few days later, I planned a quiet dinner at home. I cooked his favorite meal, wore the red dress from our honeymoon, and sat across from him like the perfect wife. We laughed, we talked, we poured wine. Then, when the moment felt right, I pulled back from his kiss and looked him in the eyes. "Jason," I said softly, "do you love me?" "Of course I do," he said, confused. "Then why are you sleeping with another woman?" The smile left his face. His hand dropped from my waist. He tried to explain that it started at work, that he was stressed, that she made him feel good. He said he never planned it. He said he still loved me. "You felt good," I repeated. "And what about me? I was here every night, loving you, trusting you. What about my feelings?" His eyes filled with tears. "I'm sorry, Emily. I know I broke everything, but I never stopped loving you." There was nothing he could say to fix what he had done. I walked to the bedroom and locked the door. He knocked and begged me to open it. I stayed silent and cried through the night. The next morning, while he was at work, I packed a small bag, a few clothes, my diary, and all the pain I had been carrying alone. I went to my friend Mia's apartment. She held me without asking questions. "You don't deserve this," she said. "Stay as long as you need." Jason called every day. He sent messages, flowers, long apologies. I did not reply. I needed silence. I needed space. To think clearly without his voice in my ear. One evening, Mia and I sat on her balcony watching the city lights. She asked me quietly, "Do you still love him?" "Yes," I said. "I love him so much it hurts." She held my hand and asked, "But do you love yourself too?" That question stayed with me for days. I had spent so much time trying to be the perfect wife, forgiving, patient, soft, that I had forgotten to ask what I deserved. I had been so focused on keeping him happy that I had stopped paying attention to my own heart. A week later, I met Jason at a small cafe. He looked tired and guilty. He said he wanted to fix things, that he would do anything, therapy, honesty, whatever I needed. I looked at him and told him the truth. "I still love you, Jason, but love alone isn't enough right now. I need time. I need to learn how to trust again. And more than anything, I need to learn how to love myself again." He nodded. "I'll wait," he said. "I'm not going anywhere." 1 month later, I moved back home. We started couples therapy. We talked through the pain, the anger, the grief. Some nights I hated him. Some nights I missed him so much it frightened me. We did not pretend it was easy, because it was not. Healing is not a straight line. It is messy and slow, and sometimes it feels like it will never come. But we kept trying. He opened up in ways he never had before, about his fears, his failures, his shame. And I opened up too, about my loneliness, my silence, all the things I had swallowed instead of saying out loud. Slowly, we began to find each other again. Not the perfect version of us, but the real one. Today, I am still with Jason. We are not perfect. We still carry scars, But we are honest with each other now in a way we never were before, and that honesty feels more intimate than anything we shared in the early days of our marriage. I used to think love meant never being hurt. Now I know it means choosing to rebuild together, even when the damage feels impossible. But only with someone who is willing to kneel beside you and help pick up every broken piece. And through all of it, the betrayal, the tears, the long nights of silence, I found something I had lost. Myself. My worth, my voice. If you are carrying pain like mine, please remember this. You are allowed to love someone deeply and still choose yourself. You are allowed to forgive without forgetting. And no matter how many times life breaks you open, you are always allowed to begin again.